Hey builders, Brick Ratty up here. With the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, I thought I'd do a quick video on my combined version of the Milano using the original movie and the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie Lego sets. For this build, I ended up several years ago combining both sets of the Milano, using the first set as a base and including some of the better elements of the second version into it. One of the obvious things I did was change out the bright light orange to just like normal orange Lego color, which was used in the second version and seems to be more accurate to the movies. Something I found is kind of weird is it's very hard to find references of the Milano online, even though it is one of the more important ships in all the Marvel movies. One of the challenges of this build was to include this angled piece on this newer model just because I thought it really meshes well with the canopy piece that they used for this set. And getting this angle at the front was also a difficult thing. I was able to transfer the sort of build that they used on that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 version of the Milano, you can see there. And something about this is I built this when I didn't have a big parts collection or bought my own pieces. I really should go through this and clean it up and make it a little bit more filled in. This front area that I'm taking the panels off, it is pretty gappy and I could probably improve it a bit, but I just keep forgetting to look into this when I'm buying parts. One of the really great things about the original vehicle design is all of the moving parts. I changed up a little bit where the ball joints are and kept that sort of design where you can adjust all the wings while it's flying. And I also changed these back ones by the thruster. Another cool piece I was able to use that wasn't in this originally is the General Grievous cockpit piece for the back window. It's very accurate based on the scene where Groot is looking out the window. It's a great piece that I ended up squeezing in there. Not the most secure design, but I really like the shaping that the piece provides, and I thought I had to get it in there. Just a quick look at the bottom of the ship. It is pretty similar to the original 2014 version of the ship. I was able to create a pretty seamless shaping around the cockpit piece. It can still flip open. You can put someone to pilot in. I have Star-Lord in there just because I have multiple versions of this character. Usually I display my minifigures outside of the ships. Interior's basically just the original design. I didn't change much there. A little bit different, the original design of this ship. This whole middle section comes off to get into the interior. I ended up building it a little bit differently. You just need to open up those silver pieces there, and then this back pops out. It is a bit of a tighter fit. Still have the fire extinguisher. And I changed up the player in there. It has the printed element from the Mighty Micros Star-Lord figure, just to make it a bit more accurate with the cassette player. I've seen some really good designs for the seats, and that they use dark orange, which seems like it's a much more accurate color. I'd love to go in and probably just tear this apart and kind of start it over. On the top too, you can just see all of the orange lines. Did my best to keep it pretty organic with those wedge pieces. I think I did a pretty good job for the most part, but again, limited by the pieces that I had. I think if I went through this again, gave another pass, I could probably make it a little bit smoother with some more slopes perhaps. Another thing that is a bit different is these front angled pieces. They're still using that bar and clip method, but I was able to get this piece on there as well, which is from that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 ship. Normally I'm not the type of person to completely take apart a set, but I basically took apart that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Milano to build this one, and the original first movie version also is heavily modified now, but I do think putting them together like this just to make a better design is very much worth it. A lot of these orange pieces though are probably from one of my old SpongeBob sets with the pineapple parts being used. And I'm just really happy to have somewhat of a more definitive version of the Milano, as you've been seeing. I do think it would be cool to go through this and make it even better if I have time for it, especially since they have that really great Benatar set that came out with the Infinity Saga wave. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is one of my favorite designs, I would say, just because I love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. They mean a lot to me. Hope you enjoyed this build. If you want to see other Marvel content, I have some on my channel, so please subscribe. I've been Brick Radiop, and I'll see you in the next video.